Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage, and we are going to work on the 32 3-window project today. This is kind of like a project that's just when we have a little bit of time we're going to tinker on right now. My big thing with any of the project cars we have in the shop is that we need to quickly make them rollable so that if we need to jockey things around the shop, we don't have a car set up on jack stands like it is currently. So what I want to do is we grabbed some parts from the warehouse that we had kicking around that it's in my private stash, so to speak. I grabbed a cool drop axle off the wall, and I just got in from California. I bought off of Instagram from another hot rodder. I bought an old chrome banjo rear. So I am using the Bacon Coupe, which is the really famous old hot rod. It was on the cover of Hot Rod magazine with the girl sitting next to the pool. It is just one of the most iconic, like, West Coast 3-windows in my opinion, and I'm using that as kind of the silhouette or the inspiration for this car. So with that car, I kind of studied some photos, and it has a chrome banjo rear with a Hemi in it. Very kind of early hot rod style before 9 inches and all that kind of came into play. They were still using banjos. So we're going to be going with a chrome banjo just like the Bacon Coupe, some chrome goodies under the front end, and some 15-inch wheels, which was big in that era, with some wheel covers we'll eventually put on. And I just picked up at an estate set of tires for this, so we pretty much have everything that we need to make this thing a roller, which will be very cool, and then we can work on some other stuff. So I'm going to work on putting the front end and the rear end together, and kind of the same old stuff, just throw it together and stand back and stare at it. There. Feels like 2 shims it needs. Come on. happens. And then flip the spring up.
Cheat.
Wait a minute. Just hold on that spring if you don't mind.
Just watch the trans when you're jacking out. It's picking up the back of the trans.
That's why we got that thing on the engine
Yeah.
hoist for the. Let's get these jacks.
I got my side out. A little bit more and we can sneak it under. There we go. Pull the rear torque. It's going to lever about 6 inches. Okay. Tiny bit more. And a little torque. Wait. Can you go just a tiny bit more? A little bit more. We can probably wiggle it in there.
Yeah, the only thing we're gonna have to do is
How's it?
not wishbones or anything, so we're gonna have to put something underneath of it.
Yeah.
Well, if we can get it started, I got the wishbones. I can throw them on there.
Yeah, it's true.
Once you get the spring in. So what are you waiting on?
You gotta take it towards you a little bit. As it's jacking, it's pulling the whole car over a little bit more. Let's go a tiny bit towards me.
But it's gonna go down. It's gonna change too.
Yeah.
Get nuts on there. They'll tighten up, and then we can put blocks or something underneath for them to hit on.
Yeah. What do you think, like 7/16 fine, you said?
Yeah, I believe so.
Because as we let down, the vice can go that way, right?
I don't know. See what it does.
Still needs to go left of it.
Yeah.
What?
But once the weight's off, we may be able to just push the frame over and it'll pop in. How far off is it? Like half a hole? A hole?
Needs to go my way.
The body needs to go that way. Or the rear needs to go that way. There we go. Just fell in.
And
Yep, you're off.
sitting up really high.
Yeah, it looks like it's up in there.
Yeah, the bolt feels like it's kind of in there.
The only thing I didn't check to see if it was spun the right way.
It's pretty much in there though. Video is almost useless. It's really fucking struggling for 2 days. Just jacking this side. Well, I'm going up. It's just block or something under there. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hoping those hubcaps will fit over the rear. This one really got messy. We're running out of choices here. fits the rear, they'll definitely fit the front.
Yeah.
And this, people are like, why do you have so many cars? Why do you need so many hubcaps? Well, most people would have given up after the first 4 sets of hubcaps. Not me.
Not me. I got all the hubcaps I need.
I got every one style. And I didn't bring down some of the ones that were obvious they wouldn't fit. I got some really cool salt flat moon discs.
Oh, okay.
But they're before moon made them. They're the original ones.
Oh, really?
And they're 16 inch.
I didn't know there was one.
They copied another company.
Okay.
And they actually clip in like this. They hammer in instead of screwing into the wheel.
You don't need side mirrors.
I don't need. There we go. All right, so got all the suspension underneath of the car. It's been extremely hot lately and humid, so it made it even more frustrating. But we got everything together. I don't have all of the parts that I will be using for the final assembly on this car, so we put some of the ones I want to use together. But like the wishbones, I really kind of on this car want to run a torque tube and also unsplit wishbones. I think it's a good look for this era I'm going for, and the Bacon Coupe is a car that I'm kind of using as a reference, and that car is kind of set up that way. So that's why I decided to go with these. I have a really nice set of 32 unsplit wishbones that could be chromed when we get there. Somehow I ran out of chrome spindles. I used to have a bunch of them, but I guess we've been putting cars together or have sold them, so I just put a set of black ones in the car. I put bushings in them, so they will work fine for now. Nice thing I found with this axle is the way it is kind of like taffy stretched. It allows you to use basically stock spindles without having to bend them. So I think I can use chrome spindles that are not bent, and I should get a good turning radius out of that. So that is a nice, pleasant surprise on this. So also by getting all this together, kind of realized the rear end is sitting just a little too high. Front end is also sitting just a little too high. So I'd like to just get everything down like maybe an inch all around. I think it would be good. The Bacon Coupe has bobbed rear fenders on it. The more and more I look at that, I do kind of like that look with this car. I haven't decided if I want to do motorcycle fenders on the front, but this is kind of giving you an idea of what the general look of the car is going to be. So there's going to be some stuff we're changing, but it's really nice to get a car like this just up on 4 wheels and tires and get it all rolling so that we can move it around if we have to. Probably one of the next things I'm going to be doing is working on getting motor mounts made for this thing. Right now the engine is just sitting on the crank pulley on the cross member, and the trans is just sitting on the cross member. It's just kind of floating in there. So we're going to need to get the engine and trans fixed in their kind of final position, get some motor mounts made and welded in, and then we can start working on some of the other stuff on this car. But this is kind of like an in-between car. We have a few minutes here and there. We'll spend a day on the car and do some sporadic videos until it is ready for its turn to really go heavy on it. So thank you guys for following along. Let me know what you think of the 32 3-window project and the white walls and the overall look we're doing with the car. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Thanks. Catch you later.